Hello, welcome back to Just Smell Better, the best fragrance channel in the world. I am back with some more unboxing videos. Last video we did niche. Last video we did colognes. Now we got some designers. And you guys know I'm buying every single new release when it comes to designers in 2026, but I had to go back and revisit some fragrances that I missed out on, or some that I just never bought for whatever reason. So I got some popular ones. Let's start. Actually, before we start, you guys know the giveaway I did for 10,000 subscribers? 2 people didn't claim their prize. I waited so long for a response. They didn't claim their prize. So Citizen Jack Absolu and Ginger Plus Mist are still available. Comment down below which one you would like in this video, and then next video, right away, next video, I'm gonna pick a winner and you better respond or else I'm gonna choose another winner. You guys gotta be on it, man. You guys gotta be on it. They missed out on some free colognes, unfortunately, but without further ado, let's start unboxing some popular designer fragrances. I want to start off with one that for some reason has avoided me my whole YouTube journey. We got the most popular Valentino of them all, Valentino Born in Roma Intense. And if you're wondering why they come in these ugly packages, that is because I bought them from Discount Perfumes, and most of these are testers, I believe. If you guys still don't know, in the big 2026, Discount Perfumes is one of the best discounters to buy mostly designer fragrances, and maybe on the occasion they got some good niche discounts. And yes, even though they come in these ugly packages, man, I picked it up for, I believe, $90, which is not bad for this Intense. This one you cannot find it anywhere under $100. So let's find out why this is the most hyped up Valentino, because from what I remember in store, it wasn't all that, but maybe I was just nose blind or something. Smells, dang bro, like it's good, but I don't know why every single Valentino almost kind of smells the same. I call it the classic Valentino Born in Roma DNA. This smells like the extra dose and maybe like the eau de toilette, but I do notice that this one's a little bit more woody, especially more woody than the eau de toilette, which is more sonic, more fresh and aquatic. This is more towards the lavender, almost a bubblegum sweet type of DNA, which is why people were hyping it up for winter, because you do get a little bit of sweetness, almost like a vanilla type of touch. But one thing is for sure, this thing works, man. This smells so good. Like, if I didn't have a big collection, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I would choose in my collection like maybe Versace Eros, Jean Paul Gaultier Le Mille Parfum, and one Valentino, either this one or the extra dose. This is so mass appealing, so mass appealing. I need to figure out what makes a fragrance mass appealing like this. I don't know what it is. I figured it out for Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce and Percival. For those, it is like a mixture of ambroxan and teak wood, which is what makes the Bath & Body Works lotion and cologne smell so good. That note of teak wood, which is in teak wood mahogany, that is amazing. But for this, I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's the Vetiver, which I don't still exactly know what it smells like, but it just smells like a sweet, woody, musky scent, almost like if it blends into your skin chemistry and you just walk past someone and you smell like this. It doesn't smell like you're wearing cologne. It just smells like you smell good. In my opinion, that is the best way a fragrance can function or perform, because when it blends into your skin, man, it just feels like you got good hygiene and you just smell attractive the whole time. Because I don't know how to explain it. Some fragrances, they just feel so fake. Like, right away you can tell that you put on some cologne and you kind of come off as a try-hard, you know? Like, even with some niche fragrances, sometimes they feel cheap because they feel like just pure synthetic messes. Definitely top 2, top 3 Valentinos, this Intense one. I was definitely hating on it just from the first sniff that I got at Sephora, but now that I actually have it, I do like it a lot more. Final rating on a 10, I'm gonna give it like a solid 8 out of 10. Pretty good fragrance, Valentino Born in Roma Intense. Next, I got this huge bottle of Bad Boy Elixir by Carolina Herrera, 5 ounces, and another horrible, ugly packaging. I don't care though, because I got a good deal. I got an amazing deal for this huge bottle. I forgot how much, but I'll put the picture in the screen. And this bad boy, I don't know why, but I missed it last year. Apparently it released in 2025 and I had no idea. So I just picked it up right now. I'm like a whole 6 months late to the party, but better late than never. Let's see if this elixir is good. This is better than the new bad boy Absolu. Interesting. Interesting smell for sure. I can see this being a good winter scent. It's not as mass appealing as I thought. It kind of has like a challenging, spicy, leather, woody touch. But I mean, for the style that it is, it does smell nice. It does smell nice. I don't know why the spices kind of threw me off a little bit. It smells a little bit like challenging at first. Like first smell, I'm not sure if it's gonna be as mass appealing. I feel like this has some tobacco touch or some liquor type of touch because it smells pretty nice, man. Like I said, that warmth in there makes you smell like cozy, but not in a gourmand type of way. This is more of like a you want to go out and get attention type of way. Oh, it smells pretty nice. It smells pretty nice. Dang, it gets better and better as it dries down, man. I feel like this is way better than the new Bad Boy Cobalt's Absolu. I know it's different type of colognes. This is Bad Boy. The other one is Cobalt's, but it's kind of similar style, similar type of occasion that you would wear them. In my opinion, I prefer this one than the new one. I think this would give a good challenge to fragrances like Dolce & Gabbana The One, which are so popular for date nights, and it's the same type of style that you would wear when it comes to Bad Boy Elixir, or even like Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privé, that type of style too. Like those fragrances are bangers, and then you add this one too. It can give them a challenge. So yeah, another W designer, amazing colognes, man, amazing colognes. This is like a solid 7.5 out of 10. I do still prefer the Valentino Intense, but this is also a banker. I'm impressed. Now we got one that is more underrated, more under the radar. This is an old classic by Issey Miyake. We got Louis DC pour Rome Vetiver. This brand of Issey Miyake does have some bangers out there. The classic Louis DC pour Rome is amazing. The Wooden Wood is pretty good too, but it doesn't last that long. So now we got Vetiver, and we did get another tester bottle. I'll put the price right here if you're interested. I believe I got this in Aura Fragrance, which is another amazing discounter. So let's see if this Vetiver one is better than the other Louis DC pour Romes. Wow. Bro, why do these smell so good? Like, they just smell like cologne, like one of those colognes that you would smell on your dad, and it smells pretty nice. This smells like an old classic. I feel I've never smelled Drakkar Noir, but I feel like it would smell like this. By the way people talk about it, by the way like Jen Stens talks about it, I feel like it would smell like this. Almost gives me like Spice Bomb metallic musk type of vibes, because it is really just aromatic, floral, woody, and musky. It doesn't have anything special. Like, it doesn't lean towards the citrusy side like a lemonade type of fragrance. This is more like the just aquatic, floral, musky fragrance, but it smells pretty nice. Like I said, nothing special, nothing unique or mind-blowing, but it just smells cozy. It just smells good. It just smells like home. It is kind of fading away already though, so that's the bad thing about Issey Miyake's. As good as they smell, they go away pretty quickly. It is an Eau de Toilette Intense. I don't know why they add intense to the name. Just call it an Eau de Toilette, but it does feel like it's gonna have pretty weak projection and longevity. Do I like it more than the OG? I don't know. That one's amazing. Do I like it more than Wooden Wood? I think so. I think I would like it more than Wooden Wood. So solid fragrance. Again, I'm gonna give it like a solid 7 out of 10. Performance, probably not that much, but smell alone, amazing. Let's do the last one real quick, which I'm not very excited about, but I had to do it because I'm gonna try to get every JPG out there. We got a bubble wrapped JPG Le Male Elixir Absolu. Here it is, this pretty cool gold bottle. If only the smell was as cool as the bottle. And yes, I got the Absolu first instead of the Elixir. I don't know why. I just thought I should go for this one. I found it at a good deal at eDiscount Perfumes. Again, like, once Eat Discount Perfumes locks in on the cologne, they got some good deals, bro. Like all the JPGs are on there right now. They're all pretty good. I am trying to collect every JPG. This one came out like a year or two ago and it smelled good, but not good enough for me to buy. Let's give it a reminder though. Let's see what I missed out on. Yeah, I don't know. This type of scent is just not for me. Like, I don't know if I just didn't like it at first. Now I'm sticking to my initial reaction, but this DNA is just not my favorite. It smells pretty synthetic and sweet. The vanilla is too sweet. It smells like you're wearing cologne. That's what I mean, bro. It feels like you're wearing cologne and you feel like a tryhard, like Valentino. I know it still smells pretty synthetic, but it smells more natural than something like JPG Absolu. You do smell a little bit like honey in there, which smells pretty nice. I'll give it that. The honey smells pretty nice, but it feels like it's gonna be overpowering and you're just gonna get tired of it. At least me. I'm talking about personal opinion, personal preference. I get really tired of sweet fragrances. I get choked out and I get a headache. But other than that, it's not bad. It's not too bad, man. I do think this one's better than the Elixir. It's just not that many changes, not too big of a difference for me to like recommend over the Elixir and say this is way better, or for me to still like just say it's the basic same trash cologne. So I'm in the middle. It does smell pretty nice. It does smell nicer than Elixir, but not good enough for me to buy a full bottle, even though I already did. But it's for the videos, bro. It's for the videos. I'm not really gonna wear this. In my opinion, if you guys want to save some money, well, not really save some money, if you want to spend more money, I recommend getting Xerjoff Naxos. That is the best honey fragrance that I've tried for right now. So that one clears, it destroys JPG Elixir Absolu. And if you want a clone, obviously get Rehan Italia, but I prefer Nusukatik. But yeah, other than that, not too bad. I'm just not a fan of this DNA, so I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10, straight in the middle, just a mid fragrance. So yeah, that's it for the video. Some designer fragrances, some bangers that I've been missing out on, so I'm glad I'm picking these up. I need to find time to like catch up on these. The fact that the thing is, they're not even old, bro. I'm trying to get like into old fragrances, but these came out like 2 years ago or something like that. This is probably the oldest one, but still some bangers out here. Next video, we're gonna do some more clones. We got some banger clones out there, so I'm gonna do some clone fragrances next video. But yeah, if you want to sample these colognes, smellbettersamples.com. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Just smell better. Comment down below Ginger Plus Mist or Citizen Jack Absolu for the giveaway, and I will pick a winner in the next video. So you guys better hurry up, man. Thank you for watching.